Grand Concourse 149th Street station in the Bronx, graffiti writers gather at what they call the writer's bench.
What's good, what's good, what's good? Live from the Writer's Bench, it's your man Kill. Got my soldiers on deck tonight. We got Ev, we got JP, my man Nick. What's going on, y'all?
What up?
Doing good, doing good.
That's what it is. And we also got my man Greg. If you check out my other podcast, The Corner, it's my man Greg over here from Philly sitting in with us tonight. What's going on, fam?
Everything good. What's up, people? What's going on?
What's going on?
Man, everything is everything, man. We're going to jump right into this joint. Yo, if cats don't know, the second show we did as Live from the Writer's Bench, it was a battle of the boroughs. And it was like, what borough has nicest MC? Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Long Island, Harlem. And we did that. So I posted that on Twitter. And of course, cats was, the discussions got popping. All my Queens people was screaming Queens. My BK people was screaming Brooklyn. Another dope conversation. It's a funny show, too. So if y'all haven't seen it, check that out. YouTube.com/Live from the Bench. I also posted a joint last week about how I personally feel that Outkast is the dopest hip-hop group ever, which started a million more conversations that was just, again, dope conversations. And then for some reason, I don't know why, I was thinking about Joe Buttons getting punched in the eye from the Wu-Tang niggas. And I was like, right, that came from the whole bracket thing about him saying that he thought he should have been seated higher than Meth. So I thought, okay, boom, let's mesh all that together and talk about who's the dopest hip-hop group ever. So we got 64 groups in this bracket. We're going to chop through this whole bracket. This isn't about who your favorite is. We're going to talk about the facts. We're going to talk about how many albums they got, how many classics they got, all that good stuff. We're going to wrap up and figure out at the end of the day who's the best group ever. Couple of things. Number one, I took this and chopped it up in the barbershop first. So the first thing Cass was saying was like, yo, if some cats in the shop was like, well, yo, if it's only one MC in the, I don't even consider that a group. But for me, I always consider Gangstar a group or PCL a group. So we included all that. Number two, we didn't put Wu-Tang in because I always looked at Wu-Tang as like a crew. But we gonna get into the whole who got the best crew, whether it's Wu, Juice Crew, Who Can't Click, Hit Squad, all that stuff later. So that's the explanation. Y'all ready to dig in?
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. The first joint up, we got Outkast, a number 1 seed, going up against the number 16 seed, the Boogie Monsters. Now, let me say this first, too, because there may be a lot of people out there who don't watch college basketball and understand how the brackets work. The brackets, you have a seeding system from 1 to 16. The best team is the first. Usually the worst team to just get in is the 16th. So usually that's escape. That's easy. The first seed is usually going to win. Now, there have been some upsets with the number 2 against the 15th seed. So there are going to be some upsets. And when we seeded this, I kind of looked at, like I said, the facts. It wasn't about who I think is dope. There are a lot of groups up here that are seeded kind of high who I personally don't think they should be. But I looked at the facts of what they've done for hip-hop and things like that. So that's kind of how this works. So Outkast is going up against the Boogie Monsters. I don't think I have to go into Outkast and everything they've done and everything like that right now. We'll get into that as we go further in under the microscope. But so we got Outkast and the Boogie Monsters. The Boogie Monsters, if cats don't remember, they had out 2 albums called Riders of the Storm and God Sound. But who y'all got? Ev, who you got? Outkast or the Boogie Monsters?
Outkast.
Outkast. All right, Greg. And Greg, I don't want to assume because we all know when I assume I get things wrong. So, Greg,
say Darnell.
all right.
But this is easy.
All right.
It's not even close. This is like a bye.
All right. So you got Outkast. All right, JP, who you got?
Outkast, of course.
All right, and Nick, I already see the hat, so we already know.
I dug the Boogie Monsters though.
Huh?
I dug the Boogie Monsters first album though, but yeah, it's not even close.
Yo, did they have a second album actually?
Yeah, they had a second album called God Sound.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Never heard it,
Yeah,
but
you
they
ain't
did
missing
have a second album out. All right, cool. So we got Outkast moving forward. Next up, we got the number 8 seed, the Beatnuts out of Corona, Queens, up against Main Source out of Queens, the number 9 seed. This is when the upsets sometimes can happen, and the 9 can be the 8. Main Source, I mean, some cats would be like, well, why they in it? They only had one album out. They actually had two. Main Source had two albums out. One with Large Professor. One, the second joint called Fuck What You Heard was with MC called Mikey D, who's from Queens too. He won the New Music Seminar like MC battle back in the day. But I looked at like Main Source has a classic album. This introduced us to Large Pro. They got classic songs on there, Looking at the Front Door, Friendly Game of Baseball, Live at the Barbecue. They introduced us to Nas, Akinelli. But then you also got the Beatnuts. These dudes got 9 albums out, 2 EPs. For me, I would say 2 are classic. The rest of them are really dope. Producers, some of the dopest producers from the 90s. Yo, Nick, who you got?
Yeah, Beatnuts.
You got the Beatnuts. All right, JP.
Yeah.
This is kind of tough for me because I didn't really rock with the Beatnuts so hard like that. So this is where I have to. We talk about facts, but I feel like sometimes it's all based in opinion because it depends on what group hits you the most or which resonates with you. And for me, Main Source resonated more than the Beatnuts.
Right.
Even though they don't have as much as material, but like you said, with all that, So I'm going with Main Source.
All right, no doubt. Greg, who you got?
Well, I'm going with the Beatnuts. Now, the reason why I take the Beatnuts over Main Source, it's like, as an individual, I think Large Pro stand out above anybody in both groups. But we are talking about a group, a collective. So from that, and the Beatnuts do have way more material.
All right.
So with that being said, I definitely gotta go with the Beatnuts on that one.
All right. Ev, who you got?
Yo, man, I'm with JP. Not even actually, but I'm with JP 100%. Like, for the same reasons. I never really rocked with Beatnuts heavy like that. I definitely was a Main Source dude and everything else that came under that. So I'm going to go with Main Source.
And the funny thing about it is I can't even say I'm going with Main Source because it's a Queens thing, because they both from Queens. So.
Right, I was about to say. All right, for me, I got to break the tie. I got to go with the Beatnuts, man. I got to go with the Beatnuts and what I felt like the longer career, the hits that they got. But again, no knock on Main Source.
At the end of the day, I'm not mad at it. Like, either or. Like, I'm not mad at it because they got such a discography. I'm not mad at Juju and them.
Right.
But Breaking Atoms is the best overall album. We all agree on that, right?
Right.
No,
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah.
There's no confusion. There's no beat
Okay.
album that's better than that. Nah, we ain't crazy up here.
Okay.
Right, so we got Main Source moving. I mean, we got the Beatnuts moving on. The next up, we got the number 5 seed, the Clips, Pusha and Malice out of VA. You got 3 albums. You got Lord Willin'. You got Till the Casket Drops, and you got my personal fave that Hell Have No Fury. So you got them at number 5, and then you got Group Home, Malachi and Dap, who I don't know how, but Bezo thinks Dap is better than Guru. No another show. But you've got, and I know everybody says they couldn't rap, but you got what many consider as Primo's finest work ever.
Right.
So you've got the 5 seed, the Clips, against the number 12 seed Group Home. I'm personally got to go with the Clips. As much as I love that album and I banged it to death, the Clips. So, Ev, who you got?
Can you come back to me?
Yeah, no doubt. Nick, who you got?
Rolling with the Clips.
All right.
But I like Lil Dap though as a rapper. I know they say Group Home couldn't rap. I actually like Lil Dap.
Yeah,
I like Malachi though.
I'm with you. I thought Dap had the ill voice. I never looked at him as no ill lyricist, but I never thought that Dap was whack. Like, I thought a Dap album could have been dope back then. All right, JP, who you got?
I'm looking at the list on my phone. I'm definitely gonna go with the Clips.
All right, no doubt. Greg, who you got?
Clips, easy.
All right, we're gonna end with you, Ev. Who you got?
I guess it don't even matter at this point. I will say it's a hard one for me because the Group Home album is such a classic. Like, I have that on vinyl. It's just a classic album. But if I look at the entire body of work from these two groups, I have to go with Clips, because that Clips album, man, is just ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
So I gotta go with Clips. But man, that Group Home joint is like one of my top hip hop albums of all time.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel you.
I think you gotta include Primo in the group to even make it even.
Yeah,
you know.
True. Yeah, that's true.
You can't just have Wu stand against the Clips.
Yeah.
You know?
I think Primo said that was
That's
the one
some-
album he
that's
had
some-
total control over it.
Yeah, that's some of Primo's finest work. If it's not his finest work,
I feel like he says it too. Like I feel like that sample in the beginning, "I'm the star of this act." I feel like he's talking about himself. Yeah.
I agree.
All right. So next up we got number 4, MOP, Mash Out Posse, going up against Philly's own 3 Times Dope at the 13th seed.
wow.
Now, this is where this kid come in because I love 3 Times Dope, man. I felt like this was the dude who put Philly lyricism.
Nicholas one.
Man, yeah. I felt like, Cool C and Steady B was cool, but when 3 Times Dope came out with Greatest Man Alive, I felt like now I can go to, I can go to with my now. Like, yo, 3 Times Dope, Greatest Man Alive, Funky Dividends. But with all that being said, no way they beat MOP. So, I mean, love 3 Times Dope. Cass don't know, what's the boy name? God, my brain is really done.
Lil Fame?
Nah. Who's the lead boy from 3 Times Dope?
EST.
I'm 41. My brain is going.
Nicholas one.
EST, this dude is on his pen game. He's been writing for I think he wrote some stuff on Beyonce's first album. So he's still in the game, but just behind the scenes.
So wait, who would you pick?
I picked MOP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nah. I said as much as I love them, I mean they gotta go. So Nick, who you got?
It's kind of unfair for me because I'm not that familiar with 3 Times Dope, but MOP is one of my favorites. So that's what I'm rocking with.
All right, cool. JP, who you got?
I gotta go with the Mash Out Posse, man.
No doubt. Greg, who you got?
The Philly in me want to say 3 Times Dope, but nah, MOP. You gotta look at impact too. It ain't just records. So MOP got an impact in their lane, so it ain't really close.
All right, cool. Ev, who you got?
I'm a Philly dude, and I definitely salute EST and 3 Times Dope, but Mash Out Posse is probably to me the best duo of all time. So I gotta go with MOP.
All right, no doubt. So MOP moves on. Next up, we got number 6, Cypress Hill versus number 11, Houdini. Now, here's where we gonna get a little iffy because I feel an upset on my end.
Let's go.
I feel upset. So let's look at everything. We got Cypress Hill. These dudes have 10 albums out, 2 EPs. One of them to me is classic. The first Cypress is classic. Black Sunday to me was good. You got Muggs' Beats. This was an ill time where it was hard West Coast hip hop. But then you got Houdini, 6 albums. One of them is a classic to me. One of them is good, but you got their classic songs. You got Friends. You got 5 Minutes of Funk. You got Big Mouth. You got One Love. One Love was
greatest slow jam hip hop songs ever.
I don't know about y'all. I'm going with Houdini for the upset. Ev, who you got?
Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill. Funky fit. Yo, man, all day. As much as Houdini, I salute you, but Cypress.
Okay, you got Cypress. We got one for Houdini, one for Cypress. Nick,
I'll leave it at that.
Nick, who you got?
Cypress.
Wow, okay.
One of the top 5 for me production-wise, so yeah, Cypress Hill.
Have you seen a Cypress Hill show?
Nah, I personally never been to the Cypress show. I mean, I've seen them, but I've never been.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. JP, who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with the rapper Jalil and them boys, man. Houdini, man.
Okay. We got B. Who you got?
You guys me?
Yeah, you the tiebreaker. It's time.
Okay. Oh man. Ev made a convincing argument. He had me leaning Cypress Hill. I think about Killer Man, but I'm going with Houdini, man. I'm going with
I ain't mad at that.
We got the upset. We got Houdini.
They legends of the game. Not that Cypress Hill not, but
that's the first upset of the day. Many more to come. Next up, we got at the number 3 seed, we got Queensbridge Finest, Mobb Deep going up against number 14, the Fat Boys. Now, I know that this is gonna lay, but I gotta salute the Fat Boys because these dudes popped in '84, had everybody beatboxing. You know, that first album, classic. After that, you know, of course, we started going in different directions with them. They were the first people to really do hip hop movies, like with Disorderlies and stuff like that. What was you gonna say, Ab?
But you put them up against Mobb Deep?
I mean, they are 14. This is how the seeding goes. This is how the seeding went.
Okay.
This is how the seeding went. So you got number 3 seed. You should have an easy run to get into the second round. So at the end of the day, salute the Fat Boys, but Mobb Deep. JP, I'll come to you for Queens.
You know, Fat Boys was a big part of my teenage years. You know what I'm saying? They were huge. When they was hot, and they got some classic. Can You Feel It is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Like you said, they got classic album and all that stuff. But I mean, the Mob, man, you can't go against the Mob, man. Gotta go with Mobb Deep.
All right, no doubt. Greg, who you got?
The Mob, man.
All right. Ev, what you got? Ev.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm you already know my answer.
I thought it was a no-brainer, but when I heard JP, I was like, oh, I've never thought about it like that. So he just had me like, not that I'm changing my mind, but I thought it'd be a no-brainer across the board. But when JP said, I was like, damn, I never thought about none of that like that. But yeah,
but that's the thing. That's why some of these groups, because in the shop, cats like the Fat Boys, get them niggas out of here. I'm like, nah, B, y'all gotta respect
Impact. You know?
Like
that's what I said earlier, like Impact.
The funny thing is about all of this is that when I started this, I didn't even really honestly think there was 64 hip hop groups. There's a lot of groups who got left off this list. So it's just like March Madness. There's a lot of teams that think they deserve to be in the tourney who don't get there. They don't get there. So, but the Fat Boys, I was like, nah, these dudes, like JP said, they're hip hop history. So they're
yeah, that's true. But the Mob.
Yeah, we got the Mob. Okay, Nick, where you going, Nick?
Right. The infamous Hell on Earth, Murder Music, H&IC, Mobb Deep.
All right, no doubt.
MOBB.
All right. No doubt. Next up at the number 7 seed, we got DOS Effects versus number 10, Souls of Mischief.
It's tough
Now,
for me.
I see a little faces, so let me run down some history. We got DOS Effects, 5 albums. To me, the first one, Dead Serious,
Classic.
You know, a lot of times people didn't like Straight Up Suicide. I thought it was dope. You know, they dropped the Diggity thing, and I liked the next joint, Hold It Down. I thought it had too many songs on it. But to me, No Diggity, Real Hip Hop, the Primo joint, the Pete Rock remix. And then on top of that, they brought a whole new style to hip hop. You know, they invented a whole new style, and then they deaded it. And to be honest with you, I thought both of them were solid MCs on the mic. For me, I got to go with DOS. Nick, who you got?
Diggity DOS. Bum stiggity bum. I love Souls of Mischief, though. Like, 93 Till Infinity is top 10 for me, but DOS Effects. Like you said, they changed hip hop. They had to lose their own style because other cats abused it.
Right. And that's a huge point too. They had to. They almost remind me of Dilla, where it was like so many people are biting your style. It's like y'all got it. Let me go back to the lab. I'll come up with something else.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back. So all right, who you got, JP?
Oh man. Yeah, like, you know, I don't like to rush through these things, man. Certain things.
I feel you.
Easy. But then, you know, when you run down everything, and I like to think. So, I'm gonna go with DOS, man. I'm gonna go with DOS because both of those groups were heavy when we were at Morgan. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. They both had a big impact when we was at Morgan. So, right. But when I think of that in terms of what impact it had on me and who did I play the most and who, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna have to go with DOS.
All right, Greg, who you got?
To this day, I think 93 to Infinity is one of my favorite hip hop songs ever. But
yeah,
I would say DOS. Like I said, Impact.
Right.
It came out with the Diggity and all that, and everybody was trying to catch on. So.
All right, no doubt. Ev, who you got?
I think this comes down to geography, man. To be very honest with you, I think it's all of us being East Coast dudes. We're gonna lean. For me, I lean more towards the dirt sound that DOS had, but 93 Till Infinity is like one of my top hip hop songs.
Yeah.
Like that's up there
I
with.
like that song better than any Die song, but
Exactly. But I gotta give it to Das.
That's almost the same argument with Main Source and Beatnuts. Like, I'll take probably the majority of Main Source's songs. I still look at Main Source's Large Professor and not his Main Source.
Plus the Mike Check remix, the beginning. Remember that used to start off every party like that beginning was just classic.
Yeah. All right, no doubt. So we got Das moving on. Next up, we got the number 2 seed versus the number 15. We got number 2 with De La Soul going up against the number 15 seed Lords of the Underground.
You don't even need to get into details. It's just a landslide.
Right. But I do want to salute Lords of the Underground, Chief Rocker and Funky Child. Like JP said, in 1992 at Morgan State University. Those two joints on, Chief Rocker. That's it. But of course, De La. Nick, you going De La, I'm sure.
De La.
JP, who you got?
De La.
All right, Greg.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say. I'm sorry. It ain't my turn.
What?
No. What you gonna say? If I want to hear.
No.
Greg.
Good. I wait.
Oh, I say De La.
All right,
I say 93 to Infinity. Buddy is one of my favorite all time.
All right, no doubt. All right, Ed, what you gonna say?
I just wondered because I was, sometimes I go and I read and I look at some of the comments of the past shows. If somebody was upset about something I said about Dave, I don't remember what I said about Dave. Dave is nice. I'm just gonna put it out there. Dave is nice.
He was the better MC in the crew.
Yeah, not as nice as Pops.
You didn't say he didn't say he was whack.
He was whack. Somebody had made a comment like, "Oh, I'm upset with Ed." I'm like, I didn't say he was whack.
No, this Pops is better to you.
Yeah, exactly. But Dave all day, without question.
No doubt. All right, we on to the next bracket. We got number 1, Tribe Called Quest, going up against number 16, The Crew. If you don't remember Crew, they were some cats that was down with Violator. They had a joint out called Just Another Case, using the Flick Root sample, dope guitar sample. Yeah, but of course I'm going with Tribe. Nick, who you got?
Tribe. I mean, I like the Dirty 30, but yeah, Tribe, landslide.
All right, JP.
Tribe, man.
All right. Greg.
Tribe, yo.
All right, Nev.
I'm a little confused because I still don't understand how
it's set up.
Let me break this down. Hold tight.
Like the March Madness
F doesn't watch sports. So this
okay.
F doesn't watch sports. So F for March Madness.
Midwest bracket right now.
Hold tight, Greg. For March Madness, the number 1 seed is the best team, one of the best teams that's played all year. They're gonna go up against probably the worst team. So if you're Duke University, you're number 1 seed, we're gonna put you against Morgan State. You get the easiest ride to the tournament. So that's why it's a dope group against like I don't want to say whack group, but just a group that's not of their echelon. Like
my bad. I got you completely.
Because I'm sure
I'm a football dude. I know playoffs and the bowl. I understand how that works, but okay, I got you.
Yeah. Right. So that's why the number 1 seed is always going to be up against some seed. It's an easy ride. So we can have this conversation. It ain't no debate. It's just like, of course, Tribe. Keep it moving. Let's go to the next one.
Right. I got one.
We got Tribe. Next up, we got number 8. We got Slum Village, Dilla, against number 9, Ultra Magnetic. Man, let me tell you something. That Ultra Magnetic Critical Beatdown is one of my top 10 favorite albums. Yo, Get a Drummer Some. First time I think synthetic substitution was used. No, not Give the Drummer Some. I'm sorry, Ego Tripping. First time synthetic, to the point when I hear synthetic substitution, I hear the scratches from Ultra because that's how synonymous the two are. It gave you Cool Keith. The beats on that are just fucking sickening. As much as I love Dilla, keep in mind he was only around for that first album, Volume 2.
That's what I was about to say.
I gotta go with Ultramagnetic. I gotta go with the upset. I gotta go with Ultramagnetic. Ev, who you got?
I gotta go with Slum. Even though Dilla was only there for the first one, I still like Slum better. All
right, no doubt. Nick, who you got?
Ultramag. Like you said, Dilla was there for one, and like Slum keeps swapping members. They had Elzide and Dilla's little brother came, and Now some other dude is there. Just
I mean, God forbid. I mean, people keep dying in the group.
true.
You know, so God forbid. Yeah. But I mean, you gotta. It's not like they just throwing people out on purpose. It's like
T3 ain't that dope to me either.
If cats don't know the slum story, do the knowledge on them dudes. Like 2 of the members have passed away. Like of the founder members have passed away. So, but all right. So you got Ultra JP. Who you got?
You know, I like a lot of slum joints. Even
come on, JP, come on, baby.
certain ones, I'm just gonna be like boom, boom, boom. Certain ones, y'all gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? Let me speak my soliloquy. You know what I'm
saying? So he got soliloquy of chaos. All
right, play it. Listen, Ego Trippin' is probably still my top 2 hardest beats ever, like hardest beats to me. Like whenever that come on, so I'm gonna go with Ultra Bag, man.
All right, no doubt. And Greg, who you got?
I'm going Ultra Mags. I mean, I like Slum a little bit, but I still go with Impact. We doing,
right.
Impact is a major part.
Yeah.
All right.
Impact on the post.
All right. So we got Ultra moving on. Next up, we got number 5, Smith & Wesson, Bucktown, Boot Camp, Tech and Steel, going up against number 12, Digital Underground. Let's get it started. Ev, who you got?
I already know it.
Smith & Wesson.
Smith & Wesson. All right, Greg, who you got?
I got Smith & Wesson.
All right, JP.
Smith & Wesson.
All right, Nick.
I'm gonna be the eyeball, man. Like I only like one Smith & Wesson album. I think I rock with about 3 Digital Underground. It don't matter at this point. I'm going with Digital Underground.
Rep your squad though.
I'm going with Digital Underground.
All right. And I'm gonna end it with Smith & Wesson, but definitely, like I said, if you in this list, you deserve to be here. Digital Underground, Humpty joints still come on. Do what you like. Those 2 right there, man. I love them joints. I can't front.
But the Shining.
Yeah, the Shining. Yeah. It's
Digital Underground got a little impact too, but
yeah. Now I tell you the funny thing about Digital Underground, there's still people to this day who thought Humpty Hump and Shot Gear 2 different people. But okay, no judgment. But I thought it was kind of obvious they were the same person, but neither here nor there. Next up, we got number 4. We got Cool G Rap and Polo versus number 13, the Lost Boys. 2 Queens dudes going at it again, JP. So I'm gonna get
Cool G Rap and Polo is considered a group?
Well, here's the thing. When we was in the barbershop chopping it up, it was like we considered Gangstar group. Mm-hmm. We consider Pete and Ciela group. So same thing, PG Rap and Polo, Eric B and Rakim. So yeah, that's group. So and keep in mind, we're only looking at, they had 3 albums. So I'm not talking about the G-Rap solo albums. I'm only talking about the 3 Cool G Rap and Polo albums. That's what we're talking about. Okay. So JP Queens, I'll start with you.
I have to go with G-Rap, man. But that Lost Boys first album was dope to me. But I gotta go with G-Rap. G-Rap Paul.
All right. Ev, who you got?
I gotta go with G-Rap too. I mean, Lost Boys definitely made, like my man says, a lot of impact. But I gotta go with G-Rap.
All right, Greg.
G-Rap Polo, yo.
All right, Nick, who you got?
Same thing. G-Rap. He birthed Nas, Big Pun, Black Thought.
Yeah, and then of course with me, I gotta go with G-Rap. I salute Lost Boys because again, JP taking it back to Morgan, Les Coops, the Beamers. Renee is probably one of my favorite hip hop songs. You know what I mean? But
rap classic.
Legal Drug Money was hard.
Yeah. And not for nothing. But next up we got number 6, the Fugees, going up against number 11, Heavy D and the Boys.
Man, where Bezo at?
There. Are you serious? I'm gonna say Bezo spot tonight. Go ahead.
Nick, what was you about to say?
Nah. We just counting the Fugees, the 2 group albums, right?
Yeah, just the 2 group albums, not the Miseducation. Not the Miseducation. So, who you got?
Who, me?
Yeah, who you got?
Yeah, I gotta go first.
All right. No. I come back to you. Nick, who you got?
Made it easy.
Nick, who you got?
Actually, no, I go Fugees. I'm gonna say Fugees.
All right. Greg, who you got?
I got Heavy D and the Boys.
All right. That's
they not a group without Lauren, so
right. I hear you on that.
Part of the group.
Yeah, she is still part of the group, but he going with Heavy D and the boys. JP, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Heavy D and the boys.
Ooh,
Not long.
yo, it's getting tight.
Heavy D, it ain't no group.
Yo, it don't matter. They a group.
Heavy D.
Yeah. It's got it.
It's like
got that. Nick, who you got, man?
Yeah, I'm rocking with Fuji's.
Thank you.
So I'm
Nappy Heads remix.
right here. Yo,
Salam remix.
yo, I gotta go with Heavy D and the boys, man.
You kill it.
Nothing.
I'm having a connection over there, man.
Yo, Heavy D and the boys, man.
I love everything the boys, but you got Lauren and you got Clip. All right, I can dig it.
Yo, to be honest with you, man, I understand. I didn't think the score was a classic. I thought it was a very good album. I personally don't give it 5 mics.
Right.
I mean, the biggest song off of it is Lauren singing. It ain't even her rapping. You know what I mean?
Right.
Ready or not?
Huh?
Ready or not?
Yeah, Killing Me Softly is what
Softly is the biggest.
In the pop world. Okay.
was
I got you.
the So I gotta go with Heavy D and that's a huge upset. That's a number 11 over number 6. So
Every one I lost so far.
I think the Fugees might have been up a little higher on that list. But that's the strong Lauren.
Yeah.
Keep in mind,
Lauren got the number 6.
We're basing this off the Impact too. All right, next up we got my hometown heroes, the Roots, coming in with the 3rd seed, going up against my man Greg and the NICE, who my man Score thinks Smooth B is the best MC ever. So I'm glad he's not on the panel because he definitely will be going with Nice and Smooth over the Roots. So we got a 3 against a 14. Nice and Smooth versus the Roots. Ev, who you got?
Roots all day.
All right, Greg.
Roots, yo.
All right, JP, who you got?
Roots.
All right, and Nick.
This nigga left feet plays. And I just like his rhymes make me smile, man. But the Roots.
All right, we got the Roots. So we got the Roots moving forward. Next up, at the number 7 seed, we got the Alcoholics, J. Rotash and E. Swift, going up against the number 10 seed, Camp Low. Alcoholics and Camp Low. Ev, who you got?
I'm going with the Alcoholics.
All right, no doubt. Greg, who you got?
It's the licks, baby. It's the licks.
All right, Nick, who you got?
The Licks.
All right, and JP?
No, man. I rock with Camp Low, but I'm gonna have to go with the Licks, man.
Right. Now I feel you. Same thing with me. I gotta go with the Licks, but I gotta salute Camp Low. A lot of people think they one-hit wonders with just Lucchini. Yo, Camp Low got a nice little discography out here, man. Camp Low got they got 7 albums, 2 EPs. They just did the 80 Blocks from Tip with Pete Rock, which is banging. Lucchini, classic song. If you don't nod your head when Lucchini come on, man, you dead, man. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. But I gotta go with the Licks. And next up, we got the number 2 seed Gangstar going up against the number 15 seed OGC. Who y'all got?
Gangstar.
Gangstar.
Unison.
All right, Greg, Gangstar.
This is unanimous, Gangstar.
All right, JP, I'm just making sure. I'm not assuming nothing. I did some assuming on the last show. I don't assume.
Gangstar.
All right, and Nick,
I don't
Gangstar.
think this is that show.
Gangstar.
All right, Gangstar. All right, cool. All right, we got them moving, man. We got some bangers going on here. All right, next up, we got Public Enemy, number 1 seed, going up against the Bush Babies, the number 16 seed. Is this just across the board, PE? Do I even gotta waste the time?
Nope. Don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time, man.
We got PE moving forward over the Bush Babies. Next up, this could be an upset. We got the number 8 seed, Helter Skelter, Ruck and Rock, Boot Camp Click, going up against Philly's Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Wow.
I know some people at home may be like, that's easy, but it really isn't. Because you got to look at what Jeff and Will did. You got to remember these dudes. Jeff, number 1, one of the illest MCs on the planet. DJs on the planet. That's number 1. They got 5 albums. You got Rock the House with Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble. You got He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper. You got, the classic with Summertime. They're the first hip hop group ever to win a Grammy. So I can't hold you. I'm going with Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Who you got, Ev?
You asked for who want people, here's war. Come on. Helter, B. Helter Skelter.
Helter Skelter. Okay. Greg, who you got?
I'm going with the hometown because of the impact. Jefferson, impact. We still bumping summertime.
Yeah. Like I said, that's a classic banger. JP, who you got?
Oh man, I gotta go with Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Here you go.
He didn't want to.
I gotta go, man.
All right, Nick. I mean, what's your?
Ev's gonna be mad at me.
But who you got?
Ev's gonna be mad at me. If Helter Skelter wouldn't have dropped Magnum Force, I would have gave them the nod with Jazzy Jeff.
Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Oh my God!
Yo, Ev, you're not looking at the bigger picture, bro. Nocturnal to me was a good album. It wasn't a classic. It wasn't
a banger.
Yeah, he betrayed.
No, it was a banger. It was a banger, but you gotta understand, B. They had that one joint. That was it.
Don't get me wrong. I'm 205 all day, but Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince to Helter Skelter, Rock and Rock.
Yeah, Rock and Rock.
And,
yeah.
And the beat miners behind
impact, yo.
The beat miners only did like 4 joints.
The beat miners ain't touched that album.
Right there.
Helter Skelter ain't make no impact like Jeff.
All right, so we moving on with Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Next up, we got the number 5 seed. We still with the BCC, Black Moon, versus the number 12 seed, Trenton's Finest, Poor Righteous Teachers.
Can I go first?
Yeah, yes, sir.
On the real, Black Moon, I only like End of the Stage. PRT, more consistent. Even the Wise Intelligent solo from the 90s was banging. I'm going with PRT.
I'm not mad at that, bro. I'm not mad at that. JP, who you got?
I gotta go with Black Moon, man.
All right, no doubt. Greg, who you got?
Yeah.
Black Moon, Buckshot.
All right, and Ev, who you got? He don't even want to vote no more, man. You done?
Black Moon, man. Black Moon.
All right, now
don't get me wrong, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not flagging for Righteous Teachers. Like, this is for the last one, because for PRT they got some stuff. But Black Moon, man.
All right, and the same thing with me. I gotta go with Black Moon, but salute the PRT. If cats don't know, Trenton is right over the bridge from Philly. That's like our second home. So rock this funky joint. That first PRT album is classic to me. Pure Poverty was dope too. But yeah, I gotta go with Black Moon. Next up, we got at the number 4 seed, Brand Nubians versus the number 13 seed, KMD.
Seriously?
KMD, man. I mean, here's the thing that a lot of people forget about KMD. One of the most heralded underground MCs of the 90s and into the 2000s is MF Doom, who was birthed from KMD. So I'm not saying that I'm comparing MF Doom's discography to that, but I'm just saying KMD birthed that dude. So I feel you. I'm voting for Brand Nubians, but again, it's a salute to KMD. Greg, I'll take that as you're saying as Brand Nubians. And
what you prefer? Because I've been dying to get on this panel since the inception, and I'm not the hip hop person that y'all are. I feel like I even know some of y'all answers when we get the topic because I've seen enough shows. But this one is pretty easy. Brand Nubian, the impact. When I first went to Morgan, Brand Nubian was everything. My first year.
All right.
Puba, and even without Puba, just with Sadat and Jamar over KMD, I think that's one of the easier ones in here.
All right, cool. Ev, who you got?
Yeah, to me, it's not really a
Brand
Nubian.
All right, JP.
Peach Fuzz. No.
I think Ev would have just left. He would have just dropped the mic.
Right now, I got a button on the quick on the low red X.
Ev would have walked away from that one. So, all right, Nick, who you got?
Yeah. I can write a rhyme, rip it up and put a next one right on the spot, sign my name with a dot. Brand Nubian.
No doubt. Next up.
And I'm in God We Trust over the first album. I'm in that class.
All right, I understand. Next joint we got number 6 seed, Organized Confusion, out of Queens, going up against the number 11 seed, The Locks, out of Yonkers.
Oh.
It's easy one to me.
We got a lot of faces right now.
Easy one for me.
Ev, what you got?
I might be the odd man out. I don't know, but to me, it's a no-brainer. Organized Confusion. You got Pharaoh. You got Prince Poe. It's just Locks is cool. I'm not knocking them, but organized.
All right, Greg, who you got?
LOX, yo. LOX.
All right, Nick, who you got?
I mean, if we looking at the group album, the Locks group albums ain't dope to me. That's just me. I say Organized Confusion.
All right, and JP,
the Locks got a solo.
Yeah, this is a little tough for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as albums go, the Locks are, that kind of speaks for itself. But they consistently put out, they still pretty like they demand respect when people hear their names and all that. But I have to go Organized, man, because I bought out their albums and I loved them. Even Equinox, I loved it.
Yeah. Equinox is a banger.
Yeah.
I love that album.
Yeah, a lot can't sleep on Equinox, but actually maybe my favorite Organized album.
Yeah,
I gotta go with OK on that one. Next up, we got NWA, number 3 seed, going up against the Audio 2, the number 14 seed. I'm sure this is an easy rap. Is this a sweep? Do I need to even go through this?
Yeah, man, shoot. Audio 2, right?
Y'all fronting, but Top Billin' is probably one of the top 10 hip hop.
I see another group you left off, Kill, too.
All right, tell me later. I can't. I can't put a bit down. All right, so we across the board. with NWA. All right, now here's another joint that I see an upset coming. Number 7, Little Brother against number 10, Black Star.
Oh shit!
Little Brother got a higher ranking than Black Star? For real?
Dog, let me explain to you something again, Ev. There's something about what happens is when you find out your seat in March, it's called Selection Sunday. And on Selection Sunday, there's a rack of people pissed because it's like, why is this team ranked higher than that team? Little Brother, again, and this ain't personal because I'm not a fan at all. So this wasn't like, I like that person right now. Forward. This ain't nothing personal. I'm just looking at the impact that Little Brother, they have a cult following. You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind that Black Star, that really wasn't even a whole album. That was almost like an EP. You know what I'm saying? So again,
wait, what you talking about? The Black Star album was an EP? Why you say that?
No, I'm saying at that time, that's how Rawkus was pushing it. It's only like 8 songs. But neither here nor there. That's who you got, Little Brother or Black Star?
So me?
Yeah.
Black Star.
All right. Greg, who you got?
Black Star.
All right. JP, who you got?
Little Brother.
All right. And Nick, who you got?
Little Brother.
Wow. Dang.
2 albums versus 1 to me. Black Star only got 1 album.
All right, so I'm the tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
You go, Kill.
Either way, I can't be mad at you. But
I can't hold you in this. Again, this isn't about me not being a fan of Little Brother.
I understand.
Don't make Ev mad.
I understand, but
come on,
man. This is tight, but I'm gonna have to go with and I'm gonna have to go with Little Brother.
I'm out. Peace. Peace, y'all. I'm out.
Yo, and again, this isn't. Trust me, my heart wants to go with Black Star, but I just think as a body of work, I think Little Brother. I mean, we've been waiting for that second Black Star album. It's almost like this a whole nother conversation.
Got more albums?
What happened?
Because they have more albums.
No, not because they have more albums.
I think you sleep on the impact of Little Brother. I think if you was a few years younger, you would see how influenced they were on the generation that came after, like the Drakes and all that. Like
I just wasn't a fan of Little Brother when they first came out.
But I mean, I feel you. But here's the thing, Ev, neither was I. But at the end of the day, this isn't for me, I'm not gonna vote with like who I personally like better. If I gotta look at your body of work, I gotta look at Little Brother and the impact that they have. Again, when you go to a Little Brother show, like when the Mystical
Black Star alone, it's spearheaded two of the most known MCs in the world.
But here you go. It really didn't spearhead. I knew about most before Black Star.
Not unless you was a Rockers dude like that. If you wasn't a Rockers like that,
I was at the, but you gotta keep in mind, for me, I was at 88.9, so I got all the wrong.
I mean, that's because you're on the radio, so of course you can have that.
Right.
All right, it's cool. It's cool. You know what? Cool. Y'all killing me today, man.
I'm with you on that one.
All right, we got F Bad right now. I don't know if he gonna talk no more for the rest. This should be a no-brainer. Number 2 seed Run DMC against the number 15 seed the Dog Pound. We across the board on this.
I don't know. Some people may be.
Now, that Dog Food album was banging, but they
Yeah,
can't mess
I
with
like
Run
Dog Food. That was probably one of my biggest letdown albums.
You didn't like Dog Food?
Nah. Coming off the Chronic, I was expecting. I mean, not coming off the Chronic, but I was expecting some Dre production, and so it didn't do it for me. So we good with Run DMC?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Run DMC.
Run is good. All right. We in the last bracket. We got number 1 EPMD up against number 16 the Fushnikins. We good across the board on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We good across the board.
I'm a true Fushnik.
Hey, Lash move. All right, next up we got, again, tough joint, a number 8 seed, Diggable Planets, versus a number 9 seed, Salt and Pepper.
No, it's not. That's not tough.
All right, JP, who you got?
Salt and Pepper.
All right, Nick, who you got?
I agree, Salt and Pepper. We're going by impact, right?
Right.
Like overall impact, right?
All impact.
Yeah, Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper. Ev, who you got?
Salt and Pepper. Nah, it's cool. So I'm playing the game now. So
Wait, what?
What
you mean playing the game?
What you mean?
Salt and Pepper. It's Salt and Pepper, man. Impact, right?
So now, if we're talking about
Now
favorites,
somebody's a little salty.
if we talk about favorites, it'll be DP.
Nah. Ev, for real, who you got?
Nah, on the real. I'm fucking around. Salt and Pepper.
Greg, who you got?
Salt and Pepper, yo.
All right. Now, I can't say this. I'm going to say Salt and Pepper, but I know there are going to be a lot of niggas who are mad that Salt and Pepper just swept Diggable Planets. It's going to be a lot of people.
And we're talking about impact, right?
Whoever you are, get over it.
Wait, we're talking about now. Wait, I got a question.
The whole thing is we're looking at everything. We're looking at your body of work. We're looking at your impact. We're looking at you have classic albums. Diggable only had 2
People don't
albums.
have none of that.
I get Salt and Pepper that.
People don't have none of that.
They won't have an impact though.
They had a little impact.
I mean, they had an impact, but what I'm saying is, when you said what are we looking at, it's not just impact; it's your whole body of work. So again, a lot of these groups flamed out. Like I said, I've named groups that had. I mean, for instance, Public Enemy got 15 albums. Can anybody name all 15? No. So it's not just about how many albums you got out. What was the impact of those albums? And a lot of these groups flamed out. Diggable flamed out. I personally didn't like Blowout Cone. I know a lot of people swear.
Blowout Cone?
I mean, I thought it was cool, but I mean, like I said, to me, Diggable was that whole, it's cool right now to be jazzy, so we're going to be jazzy and twist our hair and snap our fingers. And, and then when that got played out, they got played out. And you ain't heard from none of them niggas since.
The best Diggable joint was the boy when he was on Lucini.
Whoa. Y'all don't ride with Shabazz Palaces? That's Ishanu's group.
I never heard of it, bro.
Check them out. Shabazz Palaces.
All right, I'll check them out.
Actually, I'll email you the album.
Yeah, hit me up with that joint. All right, so we got next up the number 5 seed, the Beastie Boys, going up against the number 12 seed, leaders of the new school. Do we need to go across the board, or are we Beasties?
Beastie.
I'm Beasties.
All right, so we cross the board with the Beasties. So we got Salt, we got the Beasties. Next up, we got an ill joint. I didn't even realize it ended here, but we got the number 4 seed, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, going up against the number 13 seed, I&I, both joints produced by Pete Rock. Is this across the board, Pete Rock and CL?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we got that. Next up, we got number 6, the Jungle Brothers going up against the number 11 seed, the Goody Mob.
You already know where I'm at.
I already know you at, Nick, so I ain't even got to ask. Everybody, if you don't know, just look at the hat with which way he's going. Greg, who you got?
Damn, that's tough, yo. That's tough. But I'm gonna say, damn. I'm gonna say JB's.
All right. Ev, who you got?
Who's that creeping in my window? Wow. I gotta go with Goody Mob, man.
All right. It's getting tight. JP, who you got?
Oh, this is rough, man. This is a rough one, man.
I had a JP moment on that. It was
Yo, I can't. When I think the JBs really take me back to a certain place, man. But I feel like overall, Goody Mob impact was bigger. I mean, I don't know what the album count is between the two. I know.
Well, I mean, Goody Mob has 2. Goody Mob has 2 albums out.
Jungle Brothers have at least 2.
Yeah, the Jungle Brothers have about 5, but the Jungle Brothers have 2.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this: Jungle Brothers' impact is native tongue, though.
Yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
that's why I picked Jungle Brothers because of
Almost switch.
Yeah, it takes me back to a certain space. And for me, I'm gonna have to go with JB's too. I'm gonna have to go with JB.
You know what? I might have to switch. I might have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that native tongues pushed me over the top.
Yeah. I have to go with JB.
I ain't mad at that.
All right, so you're going back to JB's.
Yeah.
All right, my joint was JB from the door. I mean, I know a lot of people, to me, they got 2 classic albums. Done by the Forces of Nature.
It was dope.
Slept On. That's a classic album.
That's a classic one. That's a classic
that's
album.
classic to me. So, with Straight Out the Jungle, and you got Done by the Forces of Nature, and you started the Native Tongues, I mean, trust me, I used to live in Atlanta when Goody was popping. So, trust me, I know about Goody, but I got to go with the JBs. All right, next up, we got the number 3 seed, Boogie Down Productions, KRS-One, Scott LaRock, D Nice, Miss Melody, DJ Boo, going up against number 14, X-Clan. Do we need to go across the board?
Damn.
I guess we
BDP.
do. We do need to go across the board.
It's closer than you think, but
Yeah, man. Brother J, what you say, Brother J? Yo, Brother J, Brother J was my nigga, man.
Yo, dude was nice.
What was up with Brother J, man?
yeah.
Call me militant, man. What does this mean?
No, Brother J was nice. Brother J was nice, but again, this is BDP. This is criminal.
I know.
Knowledge reigns supreme.
It ain't that close. It's
Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone.
What'd you say? Yeah. To me, I mean, and keep in mind, Black Watch, they had Black Watch freaking like joints in Philly. My moms would take me to the Black Star seminars. Like, I mean, that what was it? Not Black Star, Black Watch.
Right.
Me and my man Frank used to go to the Black Watch.
Black Star no more, Q.
Trust me. What'd you say?
Let's not talk about Black Star no more in this show. Let's just
All right, no more Black Star.
bring Black Star up.
I feel you. So I gotta go with BDP. Nick, who you got?
Yeah, BDP.
All right, JP.
Yeah, I gotta go with BDP. They won by like 2-3 points. They won by 3 points at the buzzer.
They hit the 3 at the buzzer. Greg, who you got?
BDP,
Grandpa, what time is it?
All right, Ab, who you got?
Is it really? Really? BDP, man. BDP. I'm just.
All right, BDP. All right, we got JBs, we got BDP. Next up, I don't know how.
I'm mad at you on this one.
I don't know how this is gonna pan. I know how this is gonna pan out. Put that. I do know how this is gonna pan out. This is
Here we go.
number
I'm mad at you on this
the
one.
number 7 seed, Dilated Peoples.
How did they get the 7 seed?
Hey,
That's how
Good question.
look at their body of work, man.
Good question.
Look at the
It's
5.
a very good question.
I knew you gonna come with something. Thank you, Nick, for asking the question. Going up against the number 10 seed, Farside. Because here's the ill thing about seedings is if your squad is that good, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. So if you're a number 10 seed versus number 7, if your squad is that good, you should win. So number 7, we got Dilated. Number 10, Farside. Nick, who you got?
Far side.
All right, JP.
Far side.
All right, Greg.
Far side.
All right, Ev.
There's only one person on this panel that's going to say violated, and that's the person that put him at number 7. Far side.
First of all, let me say this. Y'all know I ain't cheating because I just voted for little brother. I'm still just as salty as you are, Ev, about Black Star. So this is no favoritism. Whether cats rock with Dilated or not, the same way JP was saying you may not understand little brother's impact. Yo, Dilated.
Wait. You said you salty about Black Star?
Because personally, I would have voted for them, but I'm not.
Didn't. But you didn't. I remember that. I remember that. Nah, you sorry about Black Star. All right. Cool.
All right. I gotta go with Dilated, but Far Side takes it. Next up, this should be an easy sweep. We got number 2, Eric B and Rakim versus the Illy Philly Funksters coming in at number 15, the Youngsters. We cross the board on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we can go through that. All right. Whew. That was a rough first round. Next up. Oh, my bad. I thought it was across the board.
I'm playing. You know.
All right. Next up, we have number 1 Outkast going up against the number 8 Beatnuts. Outkast versus Beatnuts. So we across the board on this?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wait. What does that mean across the board? Which I
Okay.
I never know.
Okay. Outkast. So we got Outkast moving forward. Now here's a tough joint. This is joint we got the number 5 seed, the Clips, going up against the number 4 seed, MOP.
Woo! Yeah, this tough.
Wow.
This where it starts to get. This is where the rubber meets the road. Now this where and Ab, this should be enough. Ab, this should be enough to get you into March Madness because this is when the tourney gets good. Now we're at Saturday.
It's like the Sweet 16.
This is where the tourney gets good. So yeah, number 5 Clips against number 4 MOP. Ab, who you got?
Mash Out Posse.
Okay. All right. Greg, who you got?
Damn, you would come to me next. Man. Oh, man. Tough, yo.
All right. Nick, you good? Who you got, Nick?
Yeah, MOP, Firing Squad, First Family for Life, Warriors, MOP.
St. Marksman Cinema, come on.
Yeah.
All right, MOP. All right, JP, who you got?
Huh?
Who you got?
Huh?
Yo, let me jump in. Let me jump
All
in.
right, Greg,
Yeah. Man, I'm thinking about MOP. I probably got more favorite songs from MOP, but I'm gonna go with the Clips. Man.
All right. No doubt. I understand. JP, you ready?
This is a legitimate tough one, man. Legitimate.
Singles is MOP.
Yo,
Shake your head, Em. I'm entitled to feel how I feel.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm just
feel how I feel, man.
Man, Cat's about to give Ev a heart, and he about to resign. Like, I'm done. He's done. Don't keep this shit.
Nah, this is a hard one. No, he's right. This is legitimate
Hard, bro.
Man. Cause Hell Hath, man. I mean, all the albums are dope, but Hell Hath No Fury. You don't understand how many times I played that shit.
Nah, I still
play it. Yeah.
There ain't know how many times I still bang that.
But Downtown Swinger, man. Downtown Swinger.
Cold as ice.
Cold as ice. I'm gonna have to go with Mash Out, man. I gotta keep mashing. I gotta go with Mash Out, man. I hate to do it, man. I hate to do it.
Nick,
Hate it, love it.
I gotta go with Mash Out, man.
all right, Nick, who you got?
Oh, y'all already chose
MOP,
MOP.
and of course, I'm going with, even though they jacked me for a beat, I still gotta go with MOP. It's all good.
Y'all gotta be ready to reconsider, y'all. Y'all gotta be ready to reconsider.
What happened?
They jacked you for a beat.
What happened? Oh, you never heard that story?
No.
Oh, we'll talk about it offline. Off their last album, like 2 albums ago, Foundation, Rude Bastards.
What?
Yeah.
Y'all switch my arm.
We
Y'all
talk.
switch my arm. Y'all switch me back to MOP, y'all. Switch me back to MOP.
What happened, Greg? You talking to yourself?
I
No, I'm saying you can switch me.
Push
You
it
can
back.
switch me back to MOP.
You going MOP? All right. All right. Nah, it was a tight one. We got, okay, so MOP's coming out on top. Next up, I think this is gonna be easy sweet. We got number 11 Houdini versus Mobb Deep. We across the board.
Mob.
MOBB.
All right. Just making sure we got Mob. Next up, we got number 7
Another
Nas
sweet.
Effects versus number 2 De La Soul. We across the board on this.
They lie.
They lie.
All right,
De La.
on that. Next up, we got Tribe versus Slum Village. Are we across the board?
Right.
Right.
All right. Oh no, I apologize. It was Tribe against Ultramagnetic.
Ultramagnetic, yeah.
I just was giving Ultra they props. Next up, this gets a little tight. We got Smith and Wesson versus Cool G Rap and DJ Polo.
Rap.
You got G Rap Rig. All right, Ev, who you got?
Smith and Wesson.
All right, JP.
I got G-Rap.
Okay, it's coming down. Nick, who you got?
I'm gonna roll with The Shining, Smith and Wesson.
All right, so are we tied right now?
It's tied right now. It's tied right now.
We got 2 for G Rap and 2 for Smith and Wesson.
Come on, Kill.
Oh my god. All right. So we're looking at Smith and Wesson, one classic album.
Come on. We ain't gotta talk about it like that. Don't say it like that.
Now I'm getting rushed. Damn, I mean, give me
I'm sorry, my bad.
give me the moment of
Take your time, bro. Take your time.
I gotta go with G Rap. I gotta go with G Rap. I mean,
you know what? I ain't mad at that.
I mean, when you just think about, you got G Rap. Yo, this dude, 3 not classic, but 3 very good albums. You got that first joint, Road to the Riches. Wanted Dead or Alive, Talk Like Sex, Rikers Island.
Talk like sex.
Poison.
Talk Like Sex. My God, that may have been my introduction to sex. I think I got more than I did before. So yeah.
Talking about songs. We talk about albums.
Oh, see, look at that.
Yeah, so I'm going with G-Rap.
Favorite word.
Truly yours.
G-Rap got impact.
Oh yeah, Truly Yours. Poison. Yeah. All right. Next up, we got number 11, Heavy D versus number 3, The Roots. Are we across the board on this for The Roots?
I am.
Yeah, the Roots.
Yeah, the Roots.
All right, cool. We crossed the board with that. Next up, we have number 7, The Alcoholics against the number 2 seed, Gangstar.
Sweet.
We across the board, Gangstar.
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 I love the licks, but Gangstar.
We getting tight. All right, next up, this should be easy across the board. Number 1, Public Enemy versus the number 9, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. We across the board. First part, Ad. Say something.
Why y'all laughing?
I'm gonna roll with Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Yeah. Start singing Summertime, man. Say something smart.
I say that, man. I say that.
All right, so we got PE. Next up. Now, this may get a little tight. We got Black Moon at the number 5 seed versus Brand Nubians at the number 4 seed.
Ooh.
Woo.
Ooh.
Brand new.
Brand Nubians.
Brand Nubian. Brand
Dave
Nubian.
and Greg both said Brand Nubians at the same time. Nick, who you got?
Brand Nubian.
Ev, who you got?
I want to go.
All right, yo.
All right, no, man. I got it. I'm, y'all know me, man. I'm a buckshot dude, but I gotta go with Brand New.
All right, no doubt. And on that, I gotta go with Brand News too. Next up, we got the number 6 seed, Organized Confusion, going up against the number 3 seed, NWA.
That hurts. That one hurts.
The movie's about to come out, even though they acting like MC Ren didn't exist.
I know, right?
And he did exist, everybody, just for young people out there. MC Ren is one of the main reasons the second album, Niggas for Life, is as good as it is, because wasn't nobody else writing their rhymes on there but Ren. So I don't know why I see the commercial with Cube and Dre rolling through the neighborhood. I'm like, damn, my nigga, you ain't got Ren and Yell in the backseat? Like, damn. They must have had a hologram of Eazy-E in the backseat before they put Ren in the backseat, but neither here nor there. So we got number 3 NWA, number 6 Organized Confusion. Greg, who you got?
NWA, yo. NWA.
All right, JP, who you got?
NWA, man.
Nick?
NWA.
All right, Ev?
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
With NWA, right? There technically is only one album that they were together as the original members, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
with-
Huge. Yeah.
Now,
Huge.
how
Yep.
many albums did they have in totality?
In totality, they had 2 albums and 1 EP.
EP, yeah.
2 albums, 1 EP.
Yes, sir.
And then we got Organized Confusion, who had what?
3
2
albums.
Three albums.
They had 3.
Three albums. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. I gotta go in. I gotta go with Impact. Impact is the one thing that's just taking over the top for me. NWA.
Alright, and I got NWA too. So we got them moving on. Next up, I'm sure this is across the board. We got number 7, Little Brother, going up against number 2, Run DMC. We go with Run DMC.
Run DMC.
Run DMC.
Adidas.
Alright.
DMC.
Next up, we got number 1, EPMD, going up against number 9, Salt and Pepper. We across the board on EPMD.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up, we got number 5, The Beasties, going up against number 4, Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Ooh.
This is a tight one. This is where it gets tight.
P Rock and CL.
All right, Greg is with Pete and CL. Nick, are you there?
If I'm going by favorites, it's easily Pete and CL.
Right, but we're not.
If you going by impact, I don't know, because I don't think the Beasties really impacted hip hop that
I was
much.
gonna ask that question. Are we talking about like what impact? Hip hop impact, or world impact?
I mean, I think the impact of hip hop, on the world. I mean, I know a lot of cats stopped rocking with the Beasties after License to Ill. But Falls Boutique was an ill album. Check Your Head was an ill album. I mean,
Ill Communication.
As many people as that left, it's about 3 to 5 times that jumped on the Beasties bandwagon.
I mean, yeah, and I mean that's true. I mean, but you can say the same about Outkast. A lot of the figures from their first album left by the time Equimini dropped. So I mean, whether you kept your old fans, got new fans, to me it's about your impact. So all right, Greg got Pete and CL. Nick, did you say who you
It's
had?
a perfect marriage, though. Pete and CL is about a perfect marriage as you're gonna get. And those 2 albums that they had, I include even the EP of the creator.
Right.
As much as we love,
they about as perfect as you're gonna get.
All right, so you got Pete and CL. Who you got?
No, you was going with Nick. Nick was.
Nick, who you got?
but my thing is, as much as we all love Pete and CL, how much of an impact did they actually have?
True.
That's a good question, my dude.
I mean, that's a good question.
We're talking about 3 white boys in 1984 who have a classic album with License to Ill, and I was probably just as hyped to see them on the Together Is Forever tour as Run DMC. So that's a good point.
But is
I
there
got roll with the Beasties.
is there impact because they white? Because they was the
Nah, I could care less. Yo, Paul Revere shit banged. I don't care if they was white or black. That's out.
Well, we had to keep it real. If
Hold
the
tight.
Beasties,
So where we going? So Ev, who you got?
Nah, Nick, you keep coming to me. Nick, right now.
I'm sorry. I keep going back there.
You dropping knowledge right now. Go ahead, Nick. You got the. You got
if we keep it real, if the Beasties were black, how much would they have sold? Would they be as big?
I don't think they would be.
Wait,
I think they might score, but they wouldn't have stood out.
black. That's a different conversation.
Yeah. All right, Nick, who you got? You gun to head, who you got?
Damn. I gotta go with the Beasties, man.
All right, JP, who you got?
P Rock CL.
All right, Ev, who you got?
Yo, we talking about impact, Beastie Boys, the world. I gotta go with the Beasties, guys. That's impact.
As much as it pains me to say it, I gotta go with the Beasties too. We got the Beasties coming out on top over here.
Finally won something.
I think
That nigga happy.
Let's see how smooth.
That nigga happy. All right, yo. Next up, we got the Jungle Brothers at number 6, going up against Boogie Down Productions at number 3.
Really? I mean, for real?
I say BDP.
I got BDP too. JP, who you got?
BDP. Gotta go with BDP.
Greg?
I would say BDP. I just didn't want to jump out there first. You need like a little broom hat for the sweeps.
All right. So we got BDP out here. And I'm assuming the next joint, number 10, The Far Side versus number 2, Eric B. and Rakim. We across the board with Rakim.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, now we get a little tight. Outkast, number 1 versus the number 4, MOP. Y'all already know where I'm at, Outkast.
Same here.
I already know where Nick is.
We just need one more.
Outkast.
Outkast, there you go. But I'll keep going for the hell of it. Greg, who you got?
Outkast.
All right, Nev?
Outkast.
Wow, okay. Next up, this is a little hard. Next up, this is a little crazy. We got number 3, Mobb Deep against number 2, De La Soul.
Mobb Deep.
All right, Greg is coming out with Mobb Deep. He ain't scared to jump out on that one.
Ooh, that was strong.
This is tight. This is a tight one.
A lot of respect for you, Greg. That was
He said that was a lot of respect to just jump out and say that. Now, you know, he just came whatever came to mind. All right, Ev, who you got?
I gotta go with De La.
All right, JP.
I gotta go with Mob.
Wow.
I gotta go with
Not
Mob.
alone.
Okay, Nick, who you got?
I think Mob. I think the infamous, like, as far as like gangster rap on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Mob, man.
Like, we're talking about impact. If we were just talking about strictly favorite, De La Soul is like number 3 on my list.
De La Soul's impact, yo.
Yeah, I gotta go with De La on this, but I mean,
I think De La hit top and then they decline impact wise.
But Mob.
I think De La is consistent.
50?
all right, I mean,
De La's not biggest tribe. Like, it's almost like
they're not.
but here's the thing, and this is another reason why this came up, because my man hit me on Twitter and was like, yo, who's better, Tribe or De La? Just don't answer, coming to mind, really think. And it was really hard because I'm like, yo, De La has more albums that I like, but Tribe has 2 albums that I love. You know what I mean? So it's not, is you know, this isn't the discussion. I think Tribe is a number 1 seed, but for some reason, I don't want to get into that right now. So we lost. Mobb Deep over De La. Next up, we got number 1 Tribe Called Quest going up against number 4 Cool G Rap. Are we across the board on Tribe, or are there some G Rap in the house?
Whoa. Wow.
Tribe.
Wow.
All right, next up, some would call this close. To me, this isn't. We got number 3 The Roots versus number 2 Gangstar. Now, for me, I'm going with Gangstar.
Same here.
I gotta go with Gangstar too.
Gangstar, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I hate to go against Start like that, you know.
Yeah. I go against
Gangstar. Rapping Philly and all that, but Gangstar.
All right, Gangstar. Gang, like I said, for me, that wasn't hard. All right, next up.
But to keep it real, the Roots did start that neo soul movement.
I will say this.
I wouldn't say they started it. They had something to do with it.
Yeah, part of it.
Yeah, true. They didn't start it, but like they had that because it was like their album, like Things Fall Apart, Voodoo, Light Water for Chocolate.
Yeah,
came through the same.
I mean, and keep in mind they had a huge impact. I love, like Nick, you know, I love the Roots to death for what they've done for Philadelphia.
I chose Gangstar though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I won't go. When I meant it was easy, I didn't mean like it's easy, whatever, with the Roots. It's just I think Gangstar is a better group. But I definitely feel you on that. Next up, we got number 1 Public Enemy versus number 4 Brand Nubians.
Not even close.
PE.
Across the board.
Yeah, as much as I love Brand Nubians, man, I gotta go with PE.
All right, next up, we have number 3 NWA versus number 2 Run DMC, Hollis Queens.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh man,
Run DMC.
That's nice.
Oh, that's rough.
NWA.
That's nice.
That's a beast. But I'm gonna have to go with I don't know. Come back to me.
JB almost sold this on you. Like I already know where I'm going. Oh, y'all come back to me. Yo, this is a legitimately tough, really tough joint right here.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Run DMC because Run DMC was the first for this one of these facts. Run DMC was the first rap group to hit that worldwide type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we got a lot of groups and MCs that are worldwide now. Run DMC was the first of that.
Right.
So I would have to give it for Run DMC, man.
Right.
I have to Run DMC.
To me, I think it's tight, but I'm with JP. I say Run. Run was them dudes was the pioneers. They were the first for everything. They were the first hip hop group on MTV, first to get real airplay, first to do big concerts in the Spectrum at Madison Square Garden, first with sneaker endorsements. I mean,
Run was the first
Rock and Raising Hell to me are all classic albums.
Right.
And even the next joint with Beats to the Rhymes and Run House.
Woo! Beats to the Rhymes.
Yeah, you know, so I got to go with Run. Nick, who you got?
Mary, Mary.
I agree with everything y'all said. But
yeah, you had that. I was waiting for that.
However,
however, that look was on your face. I was waiting for
Go
it.
ahead, man. Go ahead. I ain't mad.
if we look at what rap is right now, for better or for worse, it's because of NWA.
Yeah, I hear you.
Whoa, strong statement. That's a strong statement. That's strong. Oh, okay.
I ain't mad at the pick. He got NWA. Greg, who you got?
it's two sides of that though. Yeah, NWA Impact because they enable rappers to say whatever they want to say on a record. So
Who did it
it was
first?
the first where it wasn't no censorship so much. But Run DMC changed the game from, like you said, the sneakers, the movies, before Run DMC was really rocking, dudes was wearing costumes on stage.
Yeah.
Run DMC had you could wear your jeans, you could wear your leather, your hat. Run DMC made it possible for the everyday dude. So I gotta go Run DMC. And a lot of dudes wasn't even rapping or knew what rap was on a global scale. So Run DMC came through.
All right, Ev, who you got?
Run DMC.
All right, so we got Run moving on. Next up, we got number 1, EPMD, going up against the number 5 Beastie Boys. Are we across the board with Eric and Paris?
We're talking about it.
my favorites.
I know you come with the Impact, right? I should have never said that word earlier. But we going on Impact.
The seed is in my head now. We talking about Impact.
Yeah,
I still think I got EPMD.
On Impact?
I think.
I mean, although again, Impact is part of it. That's part of it. You know, let's look at it like this. If you're talking about what you like in a woman, it could be the face, it could be the body. It's not just all Impact. It's the whole body of work. So you can't keep saying, "Oh, she got a fat ass." It's more than a fat ass. So it's more than just Impact.
It was real fat.
Okay.
So fat you can see it from the front.
I say EPMD.
Okay. So I'm going with EPMD. Nick, who you got?
Musically,
I'll say that they gave us Redman, gave us DOS Effects.
K Solo, the
On
hits.
the smaller scales, K Solo. I'll say EPMD.
All right, JP, who you got?
PMD, man.
Yeah. Greg, who you got?
EPMD.
All right, F.
Even though Beasties is like, world dominating, I still have to go with EPMD because
All right.
they were impacted me.
Next up, we got number 3, Boogie Down Productions versus number 2, Eric B and Rakim.
Are you serious?
BDP.
BDP. All right, Greg, who you got?
Man. Oh, my God. So you basically asking me KRS or Rakim?
That's what he's saying.
That's the real question. To cut you off, you trim all the fat. Yes, that's what I'm asking.
And I'm supposed to
But here's the thing. Let's look at this. We got Criminal Minded, By Any Means, The Blueprint, against, Paid in Full, Follow the Leader.
But wait a minute. Let me ask you a question, Kevin. Are you stopping at the Blueprint? Or you keep going?
No. I'm not stopping there. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Those are just
I have my answer.
against each
I have
other.
I have my answer. Eric B and Rakim.
All right.
Because
Who did you say?
pretty much solo artist.
What would you say, Greg? My
Who did
bad.
you say? Who was your
say, who you asked me? Well, I said the difference for me once Skylar Rock was gone, rest in peace. But that to me that made Chris a solo artist. Eric B and Rakim had like 3, 3 album, 4.
No, but I mean, they still a group. So don't take Scott. Don't let Scott death affect anything. They're still a group. So
they're still a
group. So you still don't rock him.
Still make a difference. That's like, Slum Village. You could change dudes out. It's same thing. But I say Eric B and Rakim.
All right, Ev, who you got?
Me and my man get into this conversation all the time about between Eric B and KRS-One, and I had to come back, man, and really look at the body of work. I gotta say BDP, man.
All right, BDP. JP, who you got?
Eric B and Rakim, man.
All right, Nick, who you got?
Nick out. See, Nick ain't even want to play no more. He out.
Lights out technique.
I hear you. Oh, you went back.
He had to meditate. On that.
You had to think about it for a second.
Yeah, my Zen state.
For a second.
It's getting tight right now.
Come on, Nick.
Body of work.
We got 2 for Eric B and Rakim, 1 for BDP. Who you got, Nick?
Boogie Down got the better discography.
BDP. And to chop it off, I got BDP, man.
There we go.
I got BDP.
Blasphemous. The God. How much is the God like that? Blasphemous.
All right, y'all. We down to the Elite 8. We got Outkast versus Mobb Deep. Cast for me. I already know where Nick's going. So JP.
I have to go with Outkast, man.
All right, Greg.
Outkast.
Ev.
Outkast.
All right. Next up, we got number 1 Tribe Called Quest versus number 2 Gangstar. Gangstar has got to be the short shot. I'm gonna be the eyeball. I'm saying Gangstar.
I'm saying Tribe.
Tribe.
Man.
Man.
I'm saying Gangstar. JP got Tribe. Who you got, Ev?
Tribe.
All right. Who you got, Greg?
Yeah,
Now keep in mind, I just want to throw this out.
No.
No, he's always trying to jump in and be like, I'm just saying that.
Have you done had a parentheses on every group tonight? Has been a parentheses with you.
Let that man think. Greg is trying to think.
You done had a parentheses on everything tonight. Keep in mind, Tribe has 2 classic albums.
We all know this, man.
I know. We know it.
Like Cash be acting like beat Tribe. A lot of Tribe niggas act like beat Rhymes and Likes and the Love Movement did not exist.
All right, so Kill, how many classic albums?
Listen.
How many classic albums does Gangstar have? And I'm a Gangstar fan. How many classic albums they got?
I got 2 for Gangstar. I got Moment of Truth and Daily Operation.
Moment of Truth, I don't know about that.
Man.
But you never forget it. I'm not even going to discuss it no more. Go.
All right.
Go.
I got my answer. I'm going with Tribe.
All right. And Nick, who you got?
The Tribe.
All right. Next up, we got number 1 Public Enemy. We got number 1 Public Enemy against number 2 Run DMC.
Run DMC. For me.
Run DMC.
For me.
All right, we got 2 for Run DMC. Ev.
This you said PE and Run DMC?
Yeah, man.
PE, Public Enemy.
And I got Public Enemy. So Greg, you the tiebreaker.
Man. Damn, yo. I'm the tiebreaker.
What y'all said about Run DMC the last round kind of tipped the scale for me. I think they got unbeatable impact.
But remember, it's not
Run
all about
DMC.
the fat ass. It's not
I'm talking about Run DMC.
I'm just stuck on the fat ass. It's not all about.
Let me say this. This might have been should have been the championship round right here.
It's a nation
This
of
might have been the championship round. PE.
Yo, PE had niggas. You know what? PE had niggas taking off their rope chains to wear African medallions.
Right. But let me.
But see, you talking about impact. It's not just about impact. It's not just about impact.
But even if I look, if you guys give me the first, for me, if you give me the first 3 Run albums or the first 3 Terradome, I'll take PE.
God bless you, brother.
PE is my favorite out of the 2.
Chuck is like a motivational speaker, yo. That's like the first motivational speaker we had for our age bracket.
Thank you.
PE.
Bass. How low can you go? Death row. I got a letter from the government.
You like Young Jeezy with the ad-libs, man.
Run DMC, yo.
All right, you went with Run over PE. All right, next up, we got EPMD versus Boogie Down Productions.
It's getting nasty.
EPMD.
All right, JP says EPMD, F says BDP. Nick, who you say?
4 albums in a row, EPMD.
All right, and Greg, who you got?
What's going on?
You said it's EPMD and it was a BDP. Oh, damn. Business as usual. My fault, y'all.
No, it's not you. We laughing at us. We laughing at us.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I gotta go with EPMD because I took Aaron B and Rakim over BDP. It's like a contradiction. It's like I be contradicting myself.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Yo, this nigga may be on the bus out to Maryland to come see us, man.
Yeah.
Oh God! All right, so we got EPMD over there. All right,
man.
We down to the final four.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Chris probably cursing me out if you ever watched this.
Listen, gather your thoughts.
Yeah, we all know where this is going.
I already know
I gotta get a drink, yo.
We got the #1 seed Outkast versus the #1 seed Tribe Called Quest. I don't have to gather shit. Outkast.
Same here.
Outkast. We got 2.
Outkast. We got 2 for Cass already.
You talking about?
Wait.
Don't ask me about how many classic Cass got. That's easy. 2 easy. Maybe even 3 if you want to be nice with it.
I'm going with Tribe.
I know. I knew you going with. So Greg, who you got?
My heart say Tribe, my mind say Outkast. So I guess I'm going with Outkast.
Cass got it. F, who you got?
That's 3 for Cass right there.
I mean, I still want to give F. He just got back. He just took a walk.
Y'all know this is. If I'd have known this was happening tonight, I'd have called out. I'd just called out. Y'all know y'all was gonna do this.
Look, you might need to call out tomorrow.
I might have to call out, but you're absolutely right. I gotta go drink now.
Yeah, I got my drink up.
All right, well, good. But we got Outkast in the final, and we got next up. We got the #1 seed Run DM. No, we got the #2 seed. It's not all #1s who made the final 4. Run DMC a #2 seed against EPMD a #1 seed.
Whew. Wait a minute. So this came out of Run DMC and EPMD?
Yeah.
Run DMC, yo.
I'm wrong for that. That's dead wrong. Dead
Listen,
wrong.
That ain't wrong. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
I'm gonna go with EPMD, man. I'm gonna go with EPMD.
EPMD? Okay.
Eric and Parrish, man.
Ev, while you're in deep meditation,
That talk is real.
who you got, man?
Who, me? I mean, from this one, I got EPMD. You know, but if it was real, you know, I had BDP.
If this wasn't wrestling, then I had Dusty Rhodes winning. If it was wrestling, fuck it, I'll go with Tully Blanchard then. I had Dusty winning, but I guess I'll give it to Tully Blanchard or Arn Anderson. All right, so we got EPMD. Greg, who you got?
man. Whose house? Nigga, it's Ron's house. I gotta go with Run DMC.
All right, and I gotta go with. Oh God. Oh man. Running EPMD. I gotta go with EPMD. So we got.
EPMD is like the sons of Run DMC, yo.
Hey, you know what, man? Sometimes the teacher gotta beat the sensei.
Sometimes they do.
That's what has to happen. So we got the final round. All of that down to Outkast versus EPMD. I am Outkast. Nick, who you got?
Outkast, Hometown Heroes.
Yeah, who you got?
Leave me alone, man. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone, man.
Okay. F's done. Greg, who you got?
Musically, I listen to EPMD more. But like you said, we're not doing favorites. We're going statistical impact.
Kill did favorites.
These are facts. Facts don't lie.
Listen, because I like Three Stats get so much more props over Big Boy, and I think he's ahead of Big Boy, but it's not as big a difference as they make it out to be.
No doubt.
But I say Outkast over EPMD, and I probably listen to EPMD all they stuff before I listen to Outkast.
All right, JP, who you got?
I have to say that I'm extremely proud that EPMD has made it this far, because I feel like they never get the respect they deserve. Like, I truly feel that. I feel like they one of the best and hardest, like the most consistent groups ever.
And you said you don't think they get the props they deserve?
I really don't. I feel like they're not as talked about as much as people talk about Tribe and all. Like, I need to hear EPMD way more than I hear Wu-Tang. Like, I want to hear that.
The funny thing is, that's why I had them as the number one seed, because I constantly hear a lot of people say that EPMD is their favorite hip hop group ever. But I mean, that's just, it's the circles people running. So I'm just shocked to hear that more people don't give them their props.
Yeah, I feel like they don't. But I'm gonna have to go with Outkast, man. Like, it's no denying, man, how big they are, and since they beat out Tribe.
All right, Ev, do you want to vote for this last one?
Yeah, I like to vote. I like to put my vote in. I just want to say this is horrible. This is horrible. The game was rigged from the beginning. This is why I don't watch sports.
I don't want to recap
because shit is rigged, and it was rigged from the beginning. When I got the list, the first person I saw on the list was Outkast. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Outkast fan.
Let me ask you this, Ed. Let me ask you this. So you Outkast should have been a number one seed?
No, I don't think EPMD should have been a number one seed.
It wasn't. They weren't. Oh, they weren't.
They made it. No, well, two things. Outkast should.
Let me say this.
And then EPMD shouldn't have beat PE or BDP. But against this, I mean, of course, I'm not to say Outkast. But don't get me wrong, I love Outkast. But this is rigged.
But no, F, this is what happens.
We shuffle the deck.
You gotta watch March Madness, because everybody, I didn't know if Outkast was gonna be Tribe. To be honest with you, I thought it was gonna be Tribe. So
me too.
Yeah, just because Outkast is number one seed, they deserve to be. Same as Tribe, same as what I feel EPMD and Public Enemy.
Absolutely.
Wait, I just want to go back for more. That's need to take a memory note. That EPMD Tribe, was that a sweep?
EPMD Tribe. EPMD that Rumble Tribe.
Who Tribe lost to?
Outkast.
That's what I mean. That Outkast Tribe thing.
No, it wasn't a sweep. It was 3-2.
Yeah.
I voted for Tribe.
My man, JP.
Me and you, we voted for Tribe.
My man, JP. You know what?
Yo, JP, now he your man. Now he your man. All show he been rushing you. Now he your man. Now he
when it's been 2-on-2 and somebody be like, come on, he be like, come on. Whoever's got the last one, come on now.
Exactly. Now he your man.
That's my man, JP. Nick used to be my man. He used to be down with me. Down like this. I don't know, Nick.
At the end of the day, I wrote the article about a year ago. Check it out. We'll make beef.
And listen to this. Who put the list together?
It's the best
article a year ago. And who put the list together?
First,
you forgot.
The only beef that you can have with Outkast winning is if you don't think they deserve a number one seed. I can make folks vote.
I do think they deserve a number one seed, but I think it was rigged from the beginning.
You know who you else forgot on this list?
Who's that?
Your group, Jurassic 5.
Here we go.
You got
the Coop, right?
Oh, the Coop. Yeah, the Coop.
And most importantly, you forgot Naughty by Nature.
Oh,
Naughty by Nature. Oh, everything goes down.
Now. All right, you right. Naughty should have been in the 64. You're right. They left out.
And I always say they don't get their props.
I salute Tretch. That boy, when he was on Uptown Anthem, that's some shit right there. All right, y'all, but Great dope.
That whole era
It was pain. This was painful. This was a little painful for me.
was.
But I am proud EPMD made it to the championship. I was shocked about that.
Me too. Me too. I was too.
But I'm proud. I'm proudly surprised.
I'm stressfully
I know.
surprised.
I know.
Let me say this too.
EPMD had an impact on me, and the album's consistent. I mean, come on.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love
think
it.
about it. Them first 4 EPMD albums, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that's
Most
true.
people can't say that. Most people can't. Most of them can't say that.
Productions can't say my first 4 albums were flawless. They can't.
You know what? I agree completely. Don't get me wrong. If we're talking about who I like better, it's gonna be EPMD, no doubt. But and I'm thinking about, when y'all throw through the impact thing, if we start
They
talking
was
about
perfect together.
that really for me it changed. And you say BDP, that really changes some things. EPMD, no doubt. As far as if I compare albums, it's gonna be EPMD all day. But impact,
But again, bro, y'all getting stuck on a fat ass. That's why niggas get caught up with these.
no, it's not just the fat ass.
It's more. It's the personality.
That's if BDP had whack albums or PE had whack albums. They didn't. And I gotta look at that on top of the impact. You said the whole thing. I gotta look at all that.
So you're saying your thing is BDP should have beat EPMD.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
All right.
Well,
I'm positive that OK Player will have a problem with it. Everybody watching will have a problem with it. There will be lots of problems. It'll be the regular questions that you had on Selection Sunday. Why SMU ain't getting last year with Larry Brown? They deserve to be in the championship. I mean, in the 20 last year, they got left off. So everybody's gonna have a problem. What happened?
You miss anybody else?
I mean, there are groups that was left off, like Nick was saying earlier, and the only reason why I didn't when I'm in the barbershop, I don't know a lot about UGK and 8-Ball and MJG, so I couldn't really speak to their music. Like, it would have just been I don't feel like it would have been respectful. So again, we're gonna have comments like that about, well, why wasn't these groups on there? But I've reached out to folk who beef with us and say, yo, come on the show, like, represent your section of the country.
Yo, but what about that bonus? What about that bonus question with Wu-Tang? Did you have a bonus joint? Something like that?
No. I said we're gonna come back and chop it up about crews like Wu-Tang, the Juice Crew, the Def Squad, Hit Squad, different crews like that. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to that. But y'all, dope show. I don't think I already gotta say leave comments. Comments will be left. People will be ripping up their brackets. I'm putting this bracket up so everybody can download it, do it themselves. And I say this: each one of us should do the bracket ourselves. No vote, and you do it yourself. And next week we come back and kind of chop it up about what it looks like when we do it individually versus when people got to vote on. So we good with that?
Yeah, it's some substitutions though that gotta be made because now you gotta put Naughty in there. I mean, I know Wu is a crew, but I still would have put Wu-Tang in there.
I mean,
the Roots are a crew, so why? If the Roots are a group, Wu-Tang should be a group.
I mean, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but they not making this joint. Even with Naughty, you can put Naughty in, they ain't getting out the second round. So I mean, the moral is, I'm just trying to see who ends up, because Ev and other people are gonna be mad. I just want to see who ends up at the end of yours. And unless Naughty by Nature is gonna be your best group ever, I mean, you can put them in wherever you want. But unless they're gonna be your number one, it really won't make it.
I ain't mad.
I was gonna say, ultimately, I don't think the top teams really changed too much. Ultimately,
I ain't mad. I'm just disappointed.
I feel you. A lot of folks gonna be disappointed.
Are you angry?
Just disappointed.
Like I said, next week we're gonna come back and chop this up yourself, and we gonna see. I want to see who has who coming out personally by themselves, or anything like that. So
I've got something to say.
Yeah, I think I already know where mine's gonna end up at. I got a good feeling about Nick's. I got a good feeling about where JP's is gonna end up. But with Greg and
I
Ev,
know where yours is going at, Kill. Nick got the hat on, so we already know where his is going at.
But and I know JP is from Queens, so I know where his is going at. I know where yours is not. I don't know where yours is going. I thought I would have, but now with so much hoopla about BDP, I don't know.
Yeah, so I could be anywhere. I got to do it. I'm gonna do it.
All right. So as always, YouTube.com/live from the bench. Check it out. Ev, Greg, JP, Nick. Greg, good looking out. Was sitting in with us for the first time.
I'm ready to watch this joint like I wasn't even on it.
I'm gonna try and get it edited and put it back up. But again, and I wanted to do this joint. I wanted something lighthearted. You know, wanted something with some laughs. I wanted some controversy. I think what happened, Nick?
I'm stress my man out.
I ain't laughing.
Have done made best friends, lost best friends, got best friends back. Have done with the whole momentum of friendship on this joint. I don't know if Ev calling me no more, so I don't know where it is with Ev. You know, I think him and JP are best friends right now, so I'm out the circle of trust. So, but yeah, another dope show, y'all. YouTube.com/live from the bench. Good looking out, y'all. Next week.